Alright, man, so we got yet another comparison video today. Been a very long time since we did one of these, but that's what's on the schedule today. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be comparing Cher to Kamil. These are both very strong options if you're an off-ball player. So you like actually doing your off-ball movements, setting screens, running around them when you do not have the ball. That means you would be really good with one of these characters because they both actually specialize in that. Very mobile characters, very difficult to keep up with them. Very difficult to stop them from getting a wide open shot. So let's go ahead and compare them. First, we're going to be looking at the stats, like always. So once you max out their cells and masteries, Kamil will have 78 3-point, and Cher will have 103. So that's 1 point for Cher. And when it comes down to mid shot, Kamil will have 104, and Cher will only have 93. So that's 1 point for Kamil. And in terms of speed, Cher leaves Kamil in the dust with 22 more speed than Kamil does. So that's another point for Cher. In terms of stats, Kamil has 1 point and Cher has 2. Make sure y'all keep that in mind. Cher certainly has the better stats. Let's go ahead and move on to the abilities. So in terms of abilities, they both have cut dribble move, so neither one of them get a point for that. And then we're going to be comparing flash dribble and feint dribble. This isn't even a question that should be asked. Flash dribble absolutely destroys feint dribble. There are so few instances where feint dribble is actually good. Now you might be thinking, well, Dream, I use feint dribble all the time. I snatch ankles with feint dribble all the time. Well, to that I say, you're probably in a lower elo. That is not to be said as an insult, and it should not be taken as one either. Because what I'm saying is, in lower elos, people will be falling for this feint dribble quite consistently, but in higher elos, they're just going to wait until you finish, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to bump them and get ripped. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. Feint dribble, not a very good ability in higher elo. All right, so next we're going to be comparing enhanced mid shot and enhanced 3-point to sidestep and lightning drift. So the reason why I didn't actually compare these separately, like enhanced mid shot to sidestep and enhanced 3-point to lightning drift, is because these are both passive abilities, and it's very difficult to compare these to active abilities. So I just decided, would I rather have enhanced mid shot as well as enhanced 3-point, as well as sidestep, and as well as lightning drift? And I decided that it would probably be better to have enhanced mid shot and enhanced 3-point for obvious reasons, because enhanced mid shot will be giving you 5% disturbance resistance, a guaranteed 2% extra accuracy, and an additional 2% extra accuracy on your wide open mid shots. And yes, the disturbance resistance especially definitely comes in handy because it increases your contested mid shot accuracy. All right, so in terms of the enhanced 3-point, of course you're going to want that on your 3-point shooter. If you plan to shoot threes, enhanced 3-point is really good in comparison to what it used to be, because you're going to be getting 13% extra accuracy if you're wide open, and that pairs really well with his accuracy boost. We're going to talk about that when we get there. So yeah, man, sidestep, pretty sure that decreases your accuracy. Lightning drift, pretty sure that decreases your accuracy, and the space that they create make them good abilities. But in comparison to the 5% disturbance resistance from the enhanced mid shot and the 13% extra wide open accuracy from enhanced 3-point, it just simply does not compare. So that's another point for Kamil. All right, now we're moving on to the accuracy boost. In this section right here, we'll be discussing the maximum amount of accuracy that they can receive on a wide open shot. So this is under the best circumstances. They got all of their conditions met. These are the max accuracy boosts they'll be able to receive. So first we're going to be starting off with Kamil, is inside the mid-range area. So his enhanced mid shot gives him 4% extra accuracy if he's wide open, and his feint dribble is going to give him 10% for a total of 14% extra mid accuracy. And Cher, she's going to get 8% extra accuracy from her flash dribble, and her lightning drift can also give her an additional 7% for a max of 15% extra accuracy inside the mid-range area. So yeah, man, she's got Kamil beat in terms of extra accuracy inside the mid-range area under the best of conditions, of course. So that's another point for Cher. And in terms of 3-point, Kamil has enhanced 3-point, giving him 13% extra accuracy, cut dribble move, giving him 10% extra accuracy, and he also has a flash shot that he can stack with those two for a total of 25% extra accuracy. And yes, man, that is definitely a lot of extra accuracy, but Cher does not fall far behind. So let's go ahead and check her out. So Cher has a cut dribble move, of course, granting her 10% extra accuracy. She also has a flash dribble that was recently buffed, maybe a month or two ago it was buffed, and she also gets that extra accuracy outside the 3-point line as well. So that's 8% more for a total of 18%. And then you can also stack the sidestep extra accuracy with this for a total of 23% extra accuracy. Only 2 less than Kamil, but still, it's less. Now, you may be thinking, Cher having just slightly less than Kamil makes a huge difference considering her 3-point stat is significantly higher than Camille's after max sales and masteries. Well, that is a good point, and it would be an even better point if you didn't have to consider the fact that that extra 3-point that Cher has is meant to be there so you can sacrifice more 3-point to go into other stats. Because even with Kamil having, what is that, man, like 20 something less than her, I think that's like 25 less than her, he's still as consistent, if not even more consistent than Cher is outside the 3-point line. But the only difference that there is that Cher can sacrifice more 3-point to go into speed or mid, and Kamil has to sacrifice more speed and mid to go into 3-point. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. Huge difference when it comes down to that. All right, man. So that is yet another point for my boy Kamil. In the last section we're going to be looking at, since they are both shooters, we're going to be looking at their disturbance resistance. So in the mid-range area, Kamil is going to get 5% disturbance resistance from his enhanced mid shot, and his flash shot will give him 2% for a total of 7% disturbance resistance in the mid-range area. Cher gets 0%. So chalk a point up there for my boy Kamil. And in terms of 3-point, Camille's flash shot will give him 2% disturbance resistance, only 2%, and Cher, once again, at 0%. So go ahead and slap another one up there for Kamil. Now, as y'all can see, in terms of points, Kamil definitely takes the cake. And in terms of consistency, Kamil also takes the cake. Now, in terms of actually getting around the court quickly and avoiding their defenders and getting more wide open opportunities, Cher, definitely a really good option, but the flash dribble and the lightning drift alone is not enough to make her better than someone like Kamil, because he can easily make those contested mid shots with that 5% disturbance resistance, 7% if you factor in the flash shot, and then he also gets 5% extra accuracy to stack on top of those, and he doesn't have to do anything for that accuracy boost. He just has it at all times. He doesn't have to do a flash dribble. He doesn't have to do a sidestep. He doesn't have to do a cut dribble move to get that extra accuracy. He doesn't have to do any of that stuff to get the disturbance resistance. And yeah, man, just in terms of being able to score consistently, like you're struggling to get open at the 3-point line, if you have a Cher, your team will struggle. If you have a Kamil, your team will still manage to get those twos off if you need some points at least. So yeah, man, in my opinion, Kamil is much better than Cher. Well, I'm not going to say much better, but he is just a tad bit better than Cher. If she had just a little bit of disturbance resistance inside the mid-range area, she would definitely take the cake. But unfortunately, her lack of disturbance resistance, her lack of extra accuracy inside the mid-range area while contested, is just doesn't compare to Kamil, because the accuracy boost from her lightning drift, you have to be wide open. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. So all right, man, we're going to wrap this video up. Y'all want to see more of this? Go ahead and drop a like, sub to the channel, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man.